Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Chinatown Detective Agency. And in the last episode, guys, Amira found herself in a deadly trap orchestrated by Claudius Dai, the CEO of Wu Wang. Now, fortunately, she had some unconventional help. The first was my unfair knowledge of astronomy before we even knew what the puzzle was. And the second came from Leiticia. Now, you may remember in the last episode that Amira tracked Leiticia to Paris, and instead of taking her back to Singapore, she kind of had a come-to-Jesus moment with Leiticia and said, I'm not going to chase you anymore. You figure out what you're going to do by yourself. And maybe that struck a chord in Leiticia somehow. It got through her brain because she showed up at a really critical time and got us out of that trap room that we were in. So now we need to decide what we're going to do. I'm sure Claudius Dai is still going to be a big problem for us. And Leiticia seems concerned more with going to the wine house, so let's see what happens with the odd couple here.
I have work to do.
Don't you ever sleep?
The city doesn't, so why should I?
What work is so important and needs your attention at this time of night?
That Claudius character. He's smart. I'm not confident that warrant will be enough.
Oh, that's foreboding.
Justin, calling so soon? I can't imagine it's good news.
Probably letting us know that that warrant won't go through.
I thought you want to know. Shu Enling was found dead in her cell.
Oh, that's worse.
Did?
It looks like suicide,
But
in-cell footage was erased. External footage too.
Ugh, I wonder if she had a private island as well.
that doesn't sound like suicide to me.
I'll keep you updated. The cogs are turning a little slow for the Claudius Dai warrant, but we'll get there, I hope.
Penny, for your thoughts, Amira?
Shi Enling might have sent me to my death, or tried, at least. But who knows whether she did that under duress? She didn't deserve to die.
Unnatural selection.
I'd say Miss Shu's crime was knowing too much.
This has Claudius Dai written all over it. He's clearly willing to do anything to get what he wants. Bribery, murder.
I know it's spelled different, but his last name is Dai.
The question is, can we prove it?
I don't know about you, but I'm not willing to wait for that warrant.
The wine house will have to wait.
So what are we doing? Find evidence against Claudius Dai. Try his office at Wu Wang Tower in Tanjong Pagar. Yeah, let's just go right up there. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, we're making Leiticia take public transportation. The state has failed. I'm sure she's thrilled. Alright. This tower is right out of Tron. That's strange. Doors to security-obsessed companies aren't usually left open. Someone must be in a hurry. One way to find out if who we think it is. Which is how? You know, just in case we compete, adapt, survive. Compete, adapt, survive. So, welcome to Wu Wang. We hope you have a productive day. This is a good idea. Which floor belongs to Claudius Dai? Well, from his arrogance, I think we can safely guess the top floor. It could be the top floor or the basement. Kind of like having the whole company on his shoulders. Oh, nope, this is his. If Claudius isn't here, where is he? And why were the doors to the building open? A glitch in their security tech, perhaps? Maybe. It doesn't quite add up. Ew. Okay, what's over here? I think DBCA1. It's like I think, therefore I am. It looks like brain synapse. A, B, C, D. There's a locked drawer. It could be something, but I can't see a key. Okay. It was like old school files. For someone who keeps his gaze firmly on the future, Claudius Dai is old school in his filing methods. Talk about growth tied to the prosperity of a nation. Look at this. All of these services. National Water, MRT, New Power, wind turbines, solar panels, medical tech, telecom. Water, transport, electricity, healthcare, service space. All that's needed to keep society ticking. Or to bring it to its knees. Whoever commands all these services will be in charge of all of us. Okay. Leiticia, look. Plans for the tiered system for national water. Why do you think I was investigating Wu Wang before you? They were instrumental in the tiered approach, though I didn't know it was Claudius's brainchild. And all this time I thought it was your misguided and entirely morally disgraceful idea. I'm not a monster, Amira. Just overambitious and guilty of putting company needs above the needs of others. But you're not a monster. Successful CEOs often present other people's ideas as their own. I was no different. I used to think in life you get what you pay for. Things change, I guess. They say you only really get a clear picture of things when you're looking back on them. But please, Amira, let's not dwell. Looks like he was planning a tiered approach across all services under the Wu Wang banner. So like everything was going to be tiered. That's not good. He has a whole file on your murdered engineer. Someone really needs to tell Claudius how to burn evidence. Looks like Dr. Pan not only knew National Water's planned tiered system had a poison the poor issue, but also that Claudius had plans to roll out the tiered system across Wu Wang's entire portfolio of public services. There's a transcript of a message in here from you, Amira, arranging to meet with Dr. Pan. It details when and where we were going to meet. Claudius knew when and where to get to Dr. Pan. Was that on our phone, or was that on our email? I did tell you it wasn't me. Everything we need to prove the shady dealings, the morally corrupt plans, and the murder of Carl Pan is right here. Why has he kept records of everything? Printouts, no less. It's so 20th century. I have an idea. I think it revolves around what we saw in the intro with, like, the robot exploding. Maybe it has to deal with that terrorist cell, or maybe there's an AI involved or something. But it would make sense for him to have all of his files on paper so he wouldn't have to put them in a server or on the cloud where they could be procured in other ways. Not everyone loves technology. Yes, but why keep them? I guess he didn't expect anyone to be able to waltz into his office so easily. Which that makes me think that someone oh no.
I'm only human. Only human. Should have done what I was told.
Okay, That confirms in my head that this is a situation with an AI.
What are you doing here?
Claudius, you seem unsettled. Surprised to see me? I know your grand plan was for me to be dead by now.
You, Amira Dharma, are the least of my worries.
We've seen your plans. Plans that will see the poorest in society fighting for scraps. When the rich get the best and the most, no one gets their fair share.
Fair share? What about life is fair? These services are not human rights. They are human needs. And what better commodity is there than something people need?
Can we just shoot him out the window? I mean, no one has to know other than the cleanup crew. Access to basic services should not be limited by riches. Life shouldn't have a price tag.
I hate to be the one to say it, but the power of life shouldn't be in the hands of those who answer to shareholders.
I was wondering if she was going to swerve us again. But no, she seems to have a change of heart currently.
I don't have time for this. Dear God.
No, that light just came on.
Get out. Both of you.
No one else needs to die, Claudius.
Whew, that tips the balance.
Ooh, are we about to have a shootout?
Go! Now!
Oh, no, we're just going to the elevator. Wu Wang hopes you have enjoyed your visit. We hope you are having a victorious day.
I am not your puppet!
He's about to... Warden of Shawshank, isn't he? Yes, he is. 2 shots.
Looks like Claudius Dai took himself out of the gene pool.
Yes, he did. Can we actually look at the Oh, no, we're fading out. And Justin's calling.
I can't believe you didn't inform me of her whereabouts.
Do you think perhaps you're focusing on the wrong aspect of all of this, Justin? Not only was Leiticia innocent the whole time, honestly, I don't think I could have done this without her.
Even when she drugged your drink and ran?
I'm trying not to dwell.
Water under the bridge.
The law is the law, Amira. But I'll admit, sometimes there are grey areas.
You mean?
Iren and I managed to pull some strings. She'll still have to answer for illegally breaching the temporary probation, but I'm sure it won't be more than a fine and a stern word. Singapore is, after all, a fine city.
Don't speak of the devil.
Surely your jokes are punishment enough? I do hope this is the "you're free to go" speech I've been waiting for.
Leiticia, what are you doing here?
Leiticia, I hear you've been a great asset in the investigation.
Thank you, Mr. Aya. Now, Detective.
Superintendent.
Yaza.
Yes, I see you've managed to get your holotech working. I believe you're about to say something about my bravery paving the way to my freedom.
I was saying that we managed to pull some strings. You are no longer under surveillance, Miss Malu.
Excellent. Oh, my bank heist plans have really been hindered by it.
And I would appreciate it if you kept such humor to a minimum in my presence.
Leiticia San Diego.
My blood pressure truly cannot handle it.
I could say the same for your humor.
Anyway, I'm pleased to confirm all those files were full of exactly what we needed.
Convenient. Not to mention, see, it has to be something with an AI, because why were we allowed to go up to the office and get those files unless someone wanted us to be there? You know what I mean?
Never mind survival of the fittest. What Claudius had planned was survival of the richest.
We now have evidence that Claudius was the one pulling the strings, the instigator of the bribes. Shu Wenling was just a foot soldier, like she said.
And the Carl Pan file?
All locked away in evidence. There's no doubt Claudius commissioned the death of your engineer.
Any luck finding evidence of him killing Miss Xu?
Unfortunately, not. For someone so tech-averse in his record-keeping, he did quite a number on the station's security cameras.
And the AI could have had something to do with her death. Now, I'm saying an AI, that's my best bet, but we did see that terrorist organization's message when we saw the intro to the game, so... Or, you know, the opening logo after a few cases, so it could be them too, or it could be the same thing. I don't know. I'm excited to find out, though.
What I don't get is why Claudius killed himself.
Perhaps he was afraid his murderous business dealings were about to come to light.
Could be that's what spooked him. Did you find anything on his computer? Things seemed to escalate when I switched it on.
The computer was a mess, I'm afraid. Our team is trying to piece it together, but I doubt it's salvageable.
I didn't think Amira actually turned on the computer. It looked like it turned on itself.
Are we sure it was suicide?
There was a bullet hole in the window behind him. Forensics say it's consistent with suicide.
Then why was the computer broken?
I can only assume he shot the computer before turning the gun on himself.
I'm sure I heard only one shot.
Oh, but we actually heard two.
You sure? Could have missed it in the chaos of the moment.
I'm usually clear-headed about these things.
Yeah, but we heard two shots for sure.
Unless something new comes to light, we're drawing a line under this. Doesn't help that Wu Wang aren't really the most cooperative bunch. Well, my mountain of admin won't solve itself, so until next time, be good, Leiticia.
Doesn't he know not to say things like that to people of my personality type?
Putting a sharp object in Jack the Ripper's hand.
With the publicity of recent events, the good news is that companies queued up to make deals with Wu Wang are all retreating.
Wu Wang will spring back. They already have a new CEO of Southeast Asia lined up.
Oh, I keep on forgetting that. Claudius was just the CEO of Southeast Asia. Not to mention CEOs like all over the world, so Wu Wang is a huge beast. Already? How do you know this? I know. You have your sources. Friends in strategic places.
The new CEO is already on a goodwill campaign. He's all about Wu Wang's pivot to a greater good.
Greater good. Their PR must be burning the candle on both ends, trying to rework the company's image.
I suppose we're seeing a faint light at the end of this dark tunnel, but it's always darkest before dawn. We've got more work to do.
I don't know, I think that light at the end of the tunnel may be an oncoming train.
It's been a pleasure working with you, Amira. A pleasure in so much as trying to piece this city together can be. I've made sure you're well compensated for what I can only describe as a feat of heroic sleuthing.
Neat! We got another 5K.
I hope we get to work together in the future. The city isn't going to fix itself. We could reshape it, one jagged edge at a time.
I'm glad. Oh, we're about to finish it. That's a strange case. That was all story. We didn't even have a puzzle to solve.
Any chance you want to put that paycheck towards a fabulous new coworker?
Well, that was a really short case.
Are you serious?
Turns out there's not much demand for an ex-CEO who's had her name dragged through the mud. And I suppose solving the odd crime here and there isn't the worst thing to do.
I smell a sitcom.
Leiticia.
I know. Some of the mud was my own doing. My moral compass might not point exactly towards north, but now I've got a bit of a taste for the crime-solving business.
I suppose I could use someone with your connections. But as a rule, I tend not to employ people who've previously poisoned me.
Good rule.
For what it's worth, I was super careful with the dosage.
Why should I trust you?
Because when all is said and done, we make a great team. No further comments.
It's hard to argue with that.
She needs to send us a resume.
As much as I want to welcome someone with your can-do attitude, there's barely enough space here for one. Give me some time to think about it. I can maybe rent more space.
Yes, floor space. That'll make this place corporate perfection.
I know it's not as polished as what you've been used to. And I'll be putting no snark as a rule in the employee handbook.
To say nothing about no poisoning. Before you can hire an employee, you'll need to expand your office. Call the real estate agent from your contacts list. They'll help you arrange for more office space and more rent, I imagine. That's going to be tough just because, like, we're getting $5,000 per case and it's $6,000 for the rent every month. So what is it going to be now? Once it's all done, call your prospective employee to let them know. So I bet, like, we get a different partner for every path that we choose. So Leiticia wouldn't be around if we had done Rupert or Tiger Lilies. I am rather relieved to not be thought of as a murderer anymore. Just a reformed former evil company woman. People really don't warm to you when they think you've ended someone else's life. Strange that. Something on your mind, Amira? I'm still not sure I fully understand why Claudius ended his life like that. You think there's someone else out there, pulling the strings? I hope you're not suggesting the case is still open. Let's just say it's case closed. For now. Cocktail time it is, then. Come on, first round's on you. What cocktail will it be? I heard they have one called Bullet in the Gut. I hope you don't think you're funny, Amira. I tell you to take your complaint to HR, but on second thoughts, maybe a life of crime is a better way forward. I like their banter, to tell you the truth. Oh, so what are we doing here? Expand your office so you can hire Leiticia. Call Leiticia once you've expanded the office. Okay. I wonder if we could call everyone out. They probably wouldn't even answer. Estate agent. A shadowy figure, that's accurate. 66 Real Estate. How can we help? Office expansion. Hi, it's Amira Dama from 90 Wayang Street. I was hoping to get in touch with an agent about renting the adjacent office. Yes, we can arrange that. Would you like an agent to drop by in the next hour or two to discuss the terms? Yes, please do. I'll be waiting. Right away, Miss Dama. 2 hours later. Miss Dama, I'm from 66 Real Estate. I was sent over to talk about the adjacent office for rent. Ah, yes. We can back out. Yes, hi. Please come in. Now let's expand the office. Clean the walls for once. Okay, I'm passing you the terms and documentation. Have a look. Oh god. Commercial space profile. Usable area, 24 square meters. So that is roughly... Wow, that is not a whole lot of feet. Electricity, water, high-speed internet, security systems and cameras in common areas of building, weekly cleaning services. The space is available for commercial use. No retail, large-scale manufacturing, health services, and food preparation allowed. Monthly rent, $6,000. Monthly utilities, $2,000. So we're going from... That's not horrible. Note, you'll be charged a whole month's rent and utilities regardless of which date in the month the lease starts. Lovely. Payable upon signing of contract. Stamp duty, $500. Agency commission, 1 month's rent. So that's going to take a huge chunk. All right. So what do you think, Miss Drama? Oh, we can read terms again? That's really important, guys, in real life. Just need to let you know that. Sure, let's sign our lives over. Looks good to me. Let's do it. Great. Please just sign on the corner of every page. Actually, twice, just to be sure. Phew. Well, there you go. Okay, great. We're going to need 48 hours to prepare the unit for use. After that, it's all yours. Wonderful. Thank you. Have a great day, Miss Dama. You're currently expanding your office space. Oh. Be ready in 48 hours. Alright. So... I guess we wait 48 hours. Don't think we can get any other trouble. Time passes. Ah, much better square footage. The room is ready for a new employee. But am I? Oh, and she's been ready. Leiticia, I have news of the employment variety. Or have you found a better offer? So many offers, of course, but I suppose if you need me, I might as well help where I can. That's so kind. It's just my nature, Amira. Well, Leiticia, welcome to Chinatown Detective Agency. With your connections and my crime-solving ability, we're a formidable duo. Whoop-de-doo. See you soon. Alright. Oh. Oh, another mouth to feed. 2 weeks later. Alright, yeah, it has been a wild ride so far, Amira. But, yeah, I think this is a perfect place to go ahead and end the episode, guys. So now we have a larger office space. I guess Letitia's next door, or the screen expands. We'll figure it out next time. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you in the next episode. Later days, everyone.